Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sarah, if you forgot who I am. Haven't posted a video on my YouTube channel in probably like at least a year and a half maybe. So I decided that I missed you guys way too much. I missed YouTube, the community of it. So I'm gonna be coming back to YouTube. Yay, I'm so excited. Today's video is gonna be kind of catching up about where I've been, what's been going on in my life, and also a little bit of a question and answer video. I did a poll over on Instagram, or not a poll, but I basically just asked to ask questions so I could address everything in my YouTube video, my coming back YouTube video. So here's that. After this video though, I am gonna film a more fun video. I'm gonna film my favorites, like what I've been loving lately and all that stuff. So that will be like lifestyle, beauty. I mean, basically this channel now is gonna be like my life, like lifestyle, beauty, kid stuff, mom stuff, weight loss journey that I'm on, and just basically life. So I hope that sounds good to you, and yeah, I'm so glad you guys are here and watching. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video, even though I've been gone for so long. So I guess let's just get started. Why I stopped filming YouTube videos was a question that I got a few times. So I stopped filming YouTube videos just because it just kind of became a production to me, and it was just too much. Like, it wasn't what I started out with YouTube. I started out when, you know, I was sitting on my floor like I am now, sitting on the floor filming a YouTube video and just chatting with you guys, and that's like what I missed. I had like a whole studio set up, like with the monitor and the fancy lights and all that stuff. So we probably won't be seeing like as good of quality on this channel anymore, unfortunately, as I used to have. But it's just gonna be more real life, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. As you know what, right now I forgot to tell you guys, I'm actually in Minnesota. I'm at my in-laws house, and this is my husband's childhood bedroom that I'm filming in, that I'm sitting on the floor and filming in. So this is it. That's where we're at. That's why this is not my house, just so you know. We're in Minnesota for about a week visiting family here, and also I have my, if you don't know, actually I should tell you because you probably don't know. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you don't know. I had a few major surgeries at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota in May. I had that done. So I had another hip surgery. So this is my second hip surgery. They did the labral tear repair because it was torn again. It never healed from the first surgery. And they also they basically fractured my femur, rotated it a little bit, and put some, I'll put a picture here of the x-ray, put a plate and some screws in there. So it was called a derotational femoral osteotomy, I think is how you say it, with a labral hip repair. So I had two surgeons working on me. It was a really, I mean, I'm still recovering. I'm about 10 weeks post-op as I'm filming this, and I can't walk still. I'm using a cane. I can walk a little bit by myself, but I have a pretty bad limp. I'm pretty weak still. So anyway, I have a post-op appointment with my surgeons. So I'm excited about that, to see what they say. I've been going to physical therapy twice a week since I had surgery, and just trying to build up strength. And basically why I had the surgery is because I have mild dysplasia in my hips, and basically my feet, I walked like a duck, kind of like that. They were pointed out. So he took the really bad one and put it more so I walk straight like that. And if everything goes well, if I continue to heal properly and on track with my right side that I had done, then they will probably have to do the same thing on the left side as well, just to get me all in line and like normal. I've been recovering from that, and it's been really rough. My sister flew out from Utah. I flew her out, and she was here for 2 weeks just taking care of the kids and taking care of me. And my husband is at home. He's working from home fortunately, so that's been really nice, even though he does have to, you know, he still works. And then I have a nanny now, so she is wonderful. She was full-time in the beginning of my post-op, and now she's down to part-time helping out. And Taylor, hi, if you're watching. She's been amazing. It's so nice to have some help. So now I'm going to chat a little bit about migraine headaches and my journey and suffering from that. On February 26th, I remember it because I tracked it in my phone. I had the worst headache of my life. I thought I was dying. I've had migraines in the past, and this was not like a migraine. It was not a normal, it was not, I thought something was severely wrong. And so I went to urgent care, and basically I was at urgent care 3 times, in the emergency room 3 times, and all dealing with my primary care doctor who, looking back, I'm not impressed with the healthcare that I was provided, unfortunately. Long story short, I had viral meningitis. It's not the bacterial meningitis is deadly. So viral meningitis apparently is just a pain in the ass, and literally you need to go in a dark room and like sit it out for however long it affects you. I'm still having symptoms. I still have a headache every single day. I've had a headache like every single day pretty much since February. I've tried like so many different medications for the headaches. Apparently it's just lingering symptoms from viral meningitis. But let me back up a little bit and rewind. So I basically I went to urgent care 3 times. This was all at the end of the end of February, so before like COVID hit and stuff. Before it hit really hard, I was at urgent care 3 times, and then the emergency room 3 times. And then my primary care doctor finally took me seriously enough to refer me out to a neurologist, thank goodness. And as you can tell, like I said, I'm not very impressed with my primary care doctor. I think she didn't take me seriously. I think she thought I was like making up my pain levels and stuff. I went to the neurologist. They weren't sure what was going on. I started on some different medications that had like awful side effects, like antidepressant medications, anti-seizure medications that are all supposed to help with like migraine headaches. And finally, like, I got a lot of blood work done. One of the blood work tests was the Lyme disease test, the Western blot, and I tested positive for it. So then I was referred to an infectious disease specialist, and I was treated for 4 weeks on doxycycline, which is an antibiotic that treats Lyme disease. So I thought I had Lyme disease for like 2 months, and I thought like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to like live with this lifelong like chronic illness. It's awful. Like if any of you guys have Lyme disease or know somebody that has Lyme disease, like the symptoms are just terrible, and it's literally it can ruin your life if it's not treated properly in the beginning stages. But I'm not going to get into too much of that. So yeah, I thought I had Lyme disease, and I was diagnosed by a specialist, an infectious disease specialist, and my neurologist. They thought I had Lyme disease. Sorry, my camera just cut off. I'm not sure what I was talking about. But basically, I think I was saying I thought I had Lyme disease for about 2 months. I was diagnosed by my neurologist, and then I was referred to the infectious disease specialist in my city, in my town. And so then I was worried about my surgery because I didn't know if I could have surgery having Lyme disease, because it was new to me. I wasn't quite sure. So I talked to my surgeons because my surgery was scheduled, side note, and it was scheduled for May, and then it was canceled due to COVID, and then they rescheduled it. Basically, they wanted me to meet with the Mayo Clinic infectious disease specialist department. So I met with one of their doctors. He retested me, went over my symptoms and everything, and he said I did not have Lyme disease. I tested negative. So it's very rare to have a false positive. It's common to have a false negative, but apparently it's rare to have a false positive. But that's what I had, and I didn't have Lyme disease. I don't have Lyme disease that I'm aware of. Basically, the symptoms of viral meningitis are exactly the same. Not exactly, but they're very, very similar to Lyme disease. You can Google it and find out. It's a severe headache, like severe, not just like, oh, I'm gonna take an Excedrin and call it a day. Like severe headache. My camera is falling down. Where are we? Okay. Severe headache, extreme stiff neck. Like, I couldn't even put my chin to my chest. Stiff neck, flu-like symptoms, extreme fatigue and exhaustion, like not normal, and basically just feeling awful, like your whole body just aches. We have a visitor. I'm gonna kind of just go with the flow because that's what the vibe of this channel is now. So anyway, before my surgery, I found out I did not have Lyme disease. I still didn't know like why I was having my intense severe headaches or anything like that, but I ended up going through with the surgery, had that, and I was still having severe headaches. And so I got an appointment with, like I think I mentioned that. I've had to repeat myself a few times because of distractions. So I apologize. But the specialist in Chicago, the infectious disease specialist, and so he's the one that said, hey, yeah, you don't have Lyme disease. He confirmed that. And basically he is like really confident that I had viral meningitis that started back in February, and that my severe headaches are just lingering effects from that. My neurologist in Chicago told me that, yeah, the one that told me I had viral meningitis starting back in February is what is causing like all my headaches and other symptoms as well, said that there's no way to tell like with 110% accuracy that I actually had viral meningitis. He suspects it highly. He's pretty confident, he said. But I would have had a lumbar puncture or a spinal tap back in February on the onset of my symptoms in order to test for viral meningitis. But unfortunately, my primary care doctor kind of sucked. Didn't take me seriously, in my opinion. And so I didn't know that. And I had to go through months of this situation. I had a lumbar puncture, side note, in May. But they were checking, this is when they thought I had Lyme disease, and they were checking for neurological Lyme disease. So they weren't even testing for viral meningitis. And anyway, that's just a whole different story. It's been a whole thing, y'all. I'm still dealing with daily headaches. And basically my plan of action now, or what's going on, is since I've tried so many oral medications, like I told you guys, and so many terrible side effects, no effectiveness really. Right now I'm on gabapentin, which is nerve pain medication, and it's used for other things as well, but I'm on a pretty high dose of that twice a day. And I also took an injection. I gave myself, and my husband did it at home. It's called Aimovig. I talk more about this on my Instagram page, so check it out. It's for migraines. It's supposed to prevent them. I took it a week ago, a little over a week and a half ago, and it finally started to kick in. So I'm still having headaches, but they're just not as severe. So I don't know, it's trying to like block out my migraines. It feels like something is trying to like block out my pain. Yeah, so that is like what I've been dealing with, my health situation, my health journey. I'm on the mend. I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. I had my first migraine headache free day like last week, and I did all the things. I like meal prepped. I just felt like a normal person. If you suffer from chronic migraine headaches, you know, it's debilitating. It's just awful. So I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to get my phone here and answer some questions that I did get because I did ask, I think I already told you this, but I did ask on Instagram if you guys had questions for me. So let's check those out. Okay, so the first one is, tell us about your moves. You're moving soon again, right? And yes, I am. We moved in, I wasn't gonna say like where we lived, where we moved to, but the internet's out there. I'm on the internet, you know. I post publicly on Instagram and now YouTube again. So yeah, I mean, if you really want to find out, you can find out. So basically we moved from Des Moines to the Quad Cities, which is the eastern side of Iowa. slash the western side of the Illinois border. That's like the Quad Cities. If you're not familiar outside the area, you probably never heard of it. I had never heard of it before. So we moved from Des Moines, Iowa to there. My husband got a new job, an amazing job that he loves. We moved in January and we're renting a house. So we decided to rent because we didn't really know the area. There's so many different little like cities like within the Quad Cities area. So we weren't sure like where we want to live, and we have been house hunting, so that's fun. Hopefully we will be moving again. We've been moving a lot. I feel like I've gotten a few questions about like why I moved so much. In 2017 we moved from Sioux Falls, South Dakota to Des Moines, and then in 2020 we moved from Des Moines to the Quad Cities area. So those are the moves that I've had like while I've been on YouTube. The next question is so sweet, and thank you so much for your kindness. She asks, how are you looking so amazing during recovery? So I'm guessing she means recovery from surgery, and thank you again for that because I feel like a slob. I have not felt cute. In the last few weeks I've felt more like myself, you know, having less headaches, less migraines every day, or less severe migraine headaches every day, I should say, because I still do have them every day, but they're so much better after I took the Aimovig. Oh, you know what? And one more thing that I did for my migraine headaches and that I can't leave out, full disclosure, I did have Botox. I had cosmetic Botox, so I know that like neurologists or different specialists can do like down your head and your neck Botox, but I just had cosmetic Botox because I was like desperate for relief, and a lot of people said Botox can help with that. So maybe I'm looking good because I have Botox. I mean, I love the look of it. I don't have a whole lot of movement. I got it in my, I think it's called the glabella, basically here, forehead, and then crow's feet, and I love the look of it. Maybe that's helping. That in addition to the Aimovig, is it helping with my migraines? I don't know. So I'll probably continue to get Botox, but maybe that's why she thinks I'm looking so good, because of Botox. In all seriousness, I have felt very like not myself, and I'm getting back to myself. I feel like I want to wear makeup again and, you know, try to do my hair as much as I can, and just be feminine and present myself better, like wear jewelry, wear cute outfits instead of just wearing like t-shirts and joggers. You know, I'm wearing joggers right now. They're cute, they're pink, and they're comfy. You know, you gotta live that mom life, have that mom uniform, but look cute at the same time. So I'm getting back to myself. That's why I'm coming back to YouTube, because it's like my old self, and I'm back, and here I am. I am also on a weight loss journey. So it is a journey. I can do a whole video on it, but basically, let me know if you want to know like my weight loss story. I'll give you a little glimpse of it. Basically, I had lost, how much did I lose? 85 pounds after my last daughter's birth, who she just turned 2. So I had lost 85 pounds after having her, and then in the fall when my pain got really bad in my hip because I needed surgery, I had to stop working out. Like I couldn't even barely walk. I couldn't like basically do much of anything because I was in severe pain. Anyway, let's cut to it. I gained back 50 pounds of that, unfortunately, since then, and I'm still trying to lose weight, and I haven't been able to be very active, right, because I'm recovering from surgery. I've been on crutches for most of the last couple months, and I'm getting back to it though. I can ride a stationary bike now, so I'm doing that. I am starting to do some upper body lifting. I have physical therapy that keeps me pretty active now that my sessions are getting more intense. Like I break a sweat at therapy now, physical therapy. And my diet, like I just need to, I can meal prep again now for the most part. I was getting my foods, I was getting my foods delivered, but let's just leave it at that. If you want a whole video on that whole journey, I can get more in depth. You can ask any questions you might want to know, and we'll leave it at that. There were a couple more questions, but I feel like this video is already so long. Please leave any like video ideas, requests. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is going to be just lifestyle, like my life. products I'm loving, services I'm loving, like a little bit of my kids, like home stuff, just anything that I feel like sharing with you guys. And of course I want to know what you guys like to see as well, so I can tailor it to you as well. So I'm gonna shut this video off, or cut this video off here. I'm gonna film my recent favorites next, so stay tuned for that video. And I'm just so excited to be back, and hopefully the video wasn't too rambly. I haven't done a YouTube video in so long, is my excuse. So yeah guys, I will be back shortly with my next video, my favorites. Subscribe if you would like, and thanks for hanging out, you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.